There is a moment, if you're lucky, when life stops pretending. You look around the room. You check your phone. You scan the people you once believed would always be there. And the truth settles in. No one is coming. No one is going to save you. No one is going to fund your vision. No one is going to push you forward when your strength is gone. And if you fall alone. For most people, this moment is devastating. It feels like abandonment, like betrayal. They collapse into confusion and self-pity. They ask the universe why they were chosen for hardship. They label themselves unlucky. They turn themselves into victims. But for a very small group, this moment is something else entirely. It's an initiation. You're watching this because you feel it. You're carrying an ambition that doesn't fit the room you're in. You're exhausted from explaining yourself to people who have already decided not to understand. You're tired of waiting for permission, waiting for encouragement, waiting for someone to say, now it's your turn. Stop waiting. The belief that you need support to succeed is one of the most dangerous lies ever sold. History was not shaped by groups. It was shaped by individuals who realized that isolation wasn't a weakness. It was leverage. Support creates dependence. Dependence creates obligation. And obligation destroys freedom. When no one backs you, no one owns you. When no one lifts you up, no one can pull you down. When you build alone, you keep what you build. Solitude forces clarity. It forces speed. It forces precision. You don't need meetings. You don't need approval. You don't need consensus. You need execution. Silence becomes your weapon. Stop announcing your plans. Stop explaining your vision to people who lack the capacity to see it. Every time you speak too early, you leak energy. Every time you seek reassurance, you weaken your position. Pressure is not your enemy. Pressure is fuel. Pain is not a warning sign. Pain is raw energy waiting for direction. The crowd will call this obsession. History calls it inevitability. Let the phone stay silent. Let the room stay empty. Let doubt sharpen you instead of softening you. Because when you have no audience, you stop performing. When you stop performing, you start building. And when you build in silence, you become dangerous. There will be nights when it hurts. Nights when the weight feels heavy. Nights when you question whether you're wrong and everyone else is right. This is the part most people never talk about. Hustling alone hurts. Walking alone hurts. You must grieve the version of your life you expected. The version where people cheered. The version where family understood. The version where friends grew with you. That life is gone. You have to bury the version of yourself that needed approval. You have to let go of the part of you that waited to be chosen. That process is painful. It feels like betrayal. It feels like loss. It feels lonely. But it's necessary. Because what replaces it is stronger. You become your own authority. You give yourself orders. You enforce them. You stop negotiating with weakness. You stop comforting excuses. You stop waiting to feel ready. When you're alone, there is no cushion. If you don't work, nothing moves. If you don't improve, nothing changes. The feedback is immediate and unforgiving, and that's a gift. Comfort delays growth. Support often softens consequences. Isolation teaches quickly. You adapt. You sharpen. You become efficient. Your story changes too. Most people tell a victim story. They explain why things didn't work out, why conditions weren't perfect, why they needed help. You tell a different story, not one of resentment but of resolve. Every rejection becomes fuel. Every ignored message becomes focus. Every doubt becomes pressure. Sadness makes you heavy. Anger makes you move. You stop trying to convince. You stop trying to be liked. You stop trying to translate your ambition into a language the crowd can understand. You build quietly instead, relentlessly. Over time, competence replaces emotion. Results replace explanation. Your work starts speaking for you. And one day, without warning, people notice. Not because you asked them to. Not because you explained yourself. But because results don't require permission. They'll say they always believed in you. They'll say they knew you had it. You won't argue. You won't explain. You'll remember the silence. You'll remember the empty room. You'll remember what it took to keep going when no one was watching. And you'll know exactly where your power came from. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.